Okay, so things don't always work out perfectly, right? All right, we're gonna try this again. Mortal Kombat starting up with that. So let's see if this works. And again, if anyone doesn't hear anything, hey, just let me know.
I have had enough of you.
Then go before I put you down.
Fight!
Today, you have proven worthy of joining us.
Come. There are other champions I must gather.
What do you want?
Sento, it's my family blade.
Sento's mine, and I won't give it up without a fight.
It looks like he's giving it up. That's yeah. A little gruesome. A little gruesome.
Enough! Okay, let's go back to one here. Who are you again?
Lord Liu Kang, protector of Earthrealm, god of fire.
You have skills, Raiden, but you're inexperienced.
Whatever experience I lack, I make up for in heart.
You know what? Heart doesn't make a difference in Mortal Kombat. Your hearts get ripped out in Mortal Kombat. Just a reminder. Ooh. See? Heart.
If your disease becomes known, you will be banished. I only want what's best for you.
Or do you secretly covet my throne?
Oh, Stryker? Nobody gives a shit about Stryker. No.
Finish him.
Juicy. Yeah. Okay, so, again, not necessarily a horror game. Kind of a torture porn game, I suppose. We could put it in that category. It's, that's anyway. New Mortal Kombat looks good. That was the first gameplay they showed. So, if you like Mortal Kombat, hey, who doesn't? That looks like it'll get the job done. Okay, so next up, sequel to a game that was pretty popular I don't know if it was popular, 10 years ago, Alan Wake, right? Anyone remember Alan Wake? Somebody must remember Alan Wake. Well, Alan Wake 2 is available or coming up. So let's take a quick look at Alan Wake 2. Yeah, Carl, no, violence never solves anything, but it Who are we kidding? Violence solves a lot of things. Violence solves endless amounts of problems. When things get violent and people can't walk anymore, some problems stop. You know, new problems start, but that's okay.
I'm trapped here in this nightmare. I
And
run
thank
to
you,
escape.
Demi.
Every word is a step forward. Into darkness.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale.
So you knew Al Victim.
Only the rumors. He was chasing a writer.
Someone knew they were here. Was playing a game with them.
Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us.
We were all trapped in a horror story. The horror story wanted us dead. There's something I'm forgetting. Something important. Something's not right!
Easy now. First things first. What's your name?
For the record, his name is Alan Wake, not Alan Wake II or Alan Wake Jr. It's just Alan Wake. The game is a little, if you've ever seen In the Mouth of Madness, it's kind of like that. So, all right, there you go. Next on the list is this is something I talked about on the last webcast. John Carpenter has a video game coming out. I wasn't overly impressed by this. Hey, Boris, how's it going? I wasn't impressed by what I saw, but I'm going to go ahead and share it anyway. Perhaps you will enjoy it. Perhaps you will not. I don't know. Personally, my thought is much like every movie John Carpenter's made since the mid '90s. It's it is what it is. So here we go.
You gotta be ready. Nobody half-asses it this time.
Nobody half-asses.
Ruby.
No.
On my mark. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame. You give it.
So, to me, that looked like a cross between, for those of you who may have played it, maybe a cross between Left 4 Dead and Days Gone, one of the last big zombie games. Yeah, World War Z with vehicles. That's pretty on the mark too. Like I said, I don't want to play this. I'm not interested, but hey, if you want to, by golly, you do it. Maybe John Carpenter will prove me wrong, and he'll be an auteur once again. Next on the list is a game called Banishers: Ghosts of New Eden. Name's probably more than it needs to be. If you played a game from about 5 or 6 years ago called Vampire, it's Vampire with a Y, not an ER, or well, anyway, Vampire with a Y. It was a really, really good game. Basically, you were a vampire in 1800s London, and it was really interesting. This is their follow-up. I think it looks interesting. At the very least, their last game was good enough that it makes me want to play this. So, Banishers right here.
Life to the living, death to the dead.
We are banishers. We end suffering for those who live. We bring closure to those who don't. I want us back, Red. I want revenge on what killed me. I want to live.
As the man says, we face a choice, simple and awful. I banish you. Death to the dead. Do we kill? To be together again.
Or do we part forever?
Come out, wherever you are. Come on, show yourself.
Red.
Every bloody time.
Maybe that'll be good. Again, they've got a good track record. I don't know, but give it a shot. All right, we'll wrap it up. We've got 2 more to go, and I don't even know how to describe this game. It's very Japanese. It's called Kinetsu Gami, Path of the Goddess, and it's basically looks like a Japanese folk horror game. That's the best way to put it. So, let's see how this looks. Do-do-do. Bye, Demi. Violence is almost over. Yeah, Boris, I agree. This is actually one of the more interesting ones that one of the more interesting looking games. I mean, visually, that game right there is just colors, and I couldn't really tell you what the hell it's about, but I'm willing to give it a chance. So I'm looking forward to that. And now the last thing we're going to discuss, there were a couple others, nothing that honestly really, grabbed my attention that I thought anyone would want to watch. But I wanted to close out with a game that everyone already knows is coming, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And this is the reason it's worth showing is because we finally have a date on it. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Basically, if you played Friday the 13th, this was that one there, but that license is coming to an end at the end of this year. This is going to be pretty much the same gameplay, and they put a date on it, August 18th. So 2 months from now, we really should all be playing this together and enjoying it. So.
This is gonna be fun. You know I can't let you leave. You can't hide from me. It's
Okay.
your own fault.
All right, so there you go. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, August 18th. Play it or be a loser. So that's all I got. Anyway, that's there's definitely been a lot of good games announced this year, but the horror was definitely light over what was announced. But you know what? Hey, you got a new Super Mario RPG remake, another new Mario game. Nintendo went crazy with their announcements today, so they've got good stuff. And yeah, there's just all sorts of good stuff coming out. So go check it out. Go see what interests you. Just put in new game announcements, and you'll find all sorts of good stuff. That's everything. Thanks for popping on for the last 30 minutes. Sorry about the earlier audio issues. What are you going to do? It's a free show, and you get what you pay for. So that's it, folks. I will, and everyone else will. Yeah, Carl, you know what? It's a safe bet, especially. You know what, though? Really, don't we all know better than to wander into strange farmers or farmhouses in the middle of nowhere, Texas? I mean, I'd like to think that, that's really the first line of safety. Don't go into strangers' houses. So, okay, that's it. Have a lovely evening, folks. And we do have our regular episode on Sunday. So we'll be back with the whole crew. And, you don't have to just look at my face. There will hopefully be something, better. All right. Nighty-night.